What's up, you guys? Today we're going to talk about one topic that I've wanted to talk about for quite some time. But before that, who I am and what do I do? I'm going to try to keep the video under 5 minutes, so let's see who I am and what do I do. I'm a real estate investor, started to invest in late 2018 when I bought my first property, which is this amazing house. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I still rent one of the rooms. I try to rent the second, and I live into the third. Still house hacking, even if I have almost $2 million real estate now. I told my boss to fuck off about 7 months ago, and it's been great ever since. Now, back to the topic in hand. If you want to tell your boss to fuck off like I did, and you want to work for yourself, please follow this channel. Do yourself a favor, follow this channel, and become rich instead of looking rich. Okay, now to the topic in hand. The bank says I cannot afford a $950 mortgage, so I pay $1,400 a month for rent instead. Okay, well, this particular person who doesn't understand how the world works apparently. So here's real quick, again, I'm going to try to keep it under 5 minutes because we all know how low of a attention span people have nowadays. Okay, me as a landlord, I want to make sure you have 3 times the amount of your rent. Why? Because when you stop paying me and when we go to court, the court's going to say, wait, you knew that they cannot afford those payments. You knew that they're making $2,000 a month and your rent is $1,400. So okay, they're not going to judge in my favor. So I want to make sure that you have 3 times so I can say, hey judge, you know, they have enough for this payment, right? Now the banks, however, they don't let you have a place to live. Let me put this down because I'm starting to shiver. It's kind of cold. So the banks, they don't give you a place to live. They lend you, let's say, $200,000. I, as a landlord, don't lend you anything. I just giving you a temporary shelter. Okay, for a year, 2 years, 6 months, whatever. The banks, however, they give you actual money, which is the loan, which is the security. You obtain the collateral, you have a collateral that you're paying, you know, you basically guarantee with the house. But the security and the collateral are 2 different things. So the bank wants to make sure that you are way more able to pay this because they don't want to foreclose. So something that most of people don't know is the banks cannot make money out of the collateral. So if they repossess the house, they can only sell it for the amount of the security they have or the amount of mortgage you owe them. Jesus Christ, it's freezing. So hence the reason why the banks want you to be super approved, and sometimes for $1,000 loan, you cannot, a mortgage, you cannot get approved easily, but the landlord wants you to pay $1,400, you can afford that. Yeah, because the landlord's threshold or requirements are way lower than the banks. Also, the banks, they usually want something called DTI to be under 43%, which, if you watch my videos, you should know what it is debt to income ratio. This way, the banks are more or less sure they have more padding in case you foreclose. They don't want you to foreclose, okay? So they want to make sure you're not going to foreclose. Even if you start being light on payments, they'll work with you because foreclosure for them means losing money. This in the banking world is called a toxic asset. If I foreclose, I mean, if the bank forecloses on me, it's toxic. It doesn't make him any money. I'm making money. The loan or the security, that's what makes him money. Actually, it's the interest. This is it for today's video. It's freezing. Might get a jacket and I'm gonna make a second video for next week. Don't forget, the goal, guys, is not to look rich, but to be rich. Peace.